Okay, everybody, hello, it's me again. Just thought I wanted to point something out. Sunflowers are blooming. Irises are blooming. Of course, the tomatoes. The jujube are shooting flowers. Where'd they go? The 4 o'clocks, the sage. The irises, sunflowers, desert willow, tiger lily, and rose are all in bloom right now. And it's late for some and early for others. My onion's in bloom. Let's see, the wild arugula is starting to bloom. Yep, those little vines shooting out there. They get bitter as soon as they bloom. So, it's July 17th, I think. So, you never know. Weird. I've never seen everything bloom at the same time like this. In the early spring, our yard, because of all the fruit trees, is really flowery. Oh, look at this. The another one, that's the silk mimosa tree. It's starting to bloom out. Interesting. Pretty cool. I don't know what this sage is, but they do these pretty purple flowers. And of course, these are 4 o'clocks. Watch that sunflower there is about to bloom. And the jujube blooms are tiny, tiny. You can't even see what they look like. I just saw some. Ow, it has thorns. So here's the jujube fruits all through here. There's some right there. Yep, that's a jujube flower, or jujube. You can see that these have been pollinated and forming fruit. And it has sizes all the way up to the big fruit. So that's cool. See, more of them. It's bloom time in July. Irises. These things are about, well, I'm 6'1", or 5'8". So, and oh, and the pomegranate is blooming. Not this one. This one's wife ladies, or mine up the hill. It has bloomed, and I got 3 bright red flowers. I have to show you if I started it right. Oh, somebody put a kayak in the garden. Let's see, where are we? Right there. Pomegranate. They have beautiful flowers. That'll make a beautiful fruit. More 4 o'clocks. These are Chinese pistache, if anybody wants them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Chinese pistache saplings. And I've probably got 4 or 5 desert willow saplings. I've also got 4 or 5 peach saplings, and I think 1 nectarine. And Russian olive if you want some saplings of that. Yep, that's it. It's just a lot. Maybe I should give you guys an update on the peaches. They're huge. But they're still hard. They're not anywhere near ripe yet. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches. The plums are already done. They dropped fast. They got bird picked before they were sweet, and there was only about a dozen of them. So, wasn't a big year this year. Oh, here's some nectarine. Oh, so sweet. That's a white star, so it has white flesh, and it's a clingless pit. In fact, all of my peaches are clingless pits. But yeah, nectarines are peaches without the fuzz, and a plum's their cousin, and so is the almond. I got a lot of pears coming this year, Bartlett pear. That Bradford pear, which is a skunk tree, pollinates my good fruit-bearing pear. It's cool. And a couple of the figs made it through the year, and one American persimmon, plot persimmon. Plot persimmon there. Let's see. That fig made it. Down here. Anyway, I guess you'll have to take my word. There's greenery down there. And then that one's made it. So, not as good as last year. And this one made it. Just a little tiny leaf in there. Another Bradford pear in the way. That one had leafed out earlier, but it didn't. We had a heat wave, same as that one. And the heat wave killed any of the non-hardened off trees, saplings. And here's the pawpaw, same way. Got too much sun in one day. This thing was beautifully branched out. Too much sun in one day, and that thing quit on me. And its twin right here tapped out even before that. So, let's see, what else? I don't know if you guys saw it in the video earlier, but I have about a 14-foot sunflower. Let's see. Hey, kitty. My mulberry's doing great. It's in between harvests. I don't know if you can see how much green growth alone. So, this is a white mulberry, which actually has more to do with the wood color than the fruit. Same as when you get a dwarf. Normally when you buy a dwarf tree, you're buying a tree that doesn't grow big. But with mulberries, the fruit is the dwarf. So you don't want the dwarf mulberry because that's tiny, but I guess sweet. So look to get something exotic like a Pakistani mulberry, a little bit of size to them. And when they do this, so this one's already, excuse me, kitty, you're in the way. Thank you. So this one gets bird pecked at the end. So you have to watch for small seedlings for sure. This is a female. That's a female. They produce fruit. There's no pollen, so they're hypoallergenic. But somebody else has a mulberry tree in the neighborhood. It pollinates yours. Those seeds are fertilized, and I get little mulberry trees popping up in the fertile spots. So you got to pull those unless you want whatever, because you don't want, I've heard this tree called a New Mexico white mulberry before because it's so invasive. I looked it up and there's no such thing. And I always thought it was. I'd seen it in several places. So the cat wants me to scratch her. That's a spider web. Oh, you know how you kill a spider, right? You flap your arms as hard and vigorously as you can. Ugh. And you scream at the top of your lungs. The more high pitched, the quicker you kill them. Run and jump in circles while making no coherent sense at all. And that's how you kill a spider. Because that's what we do when we step in their spider webs. But yeah, so the mulberries, and here's the other female mulberry. So they'll be one of the first things, they'll be one of the first things to fruit. Then they'll stop like this. And all you gotta do, prune it back. Throw those in the chipper shredder. This thing will shoot out new. Second growth. Yeah, I usually get a second or third flush without doing that. But if you do the pruning, you'll get almost an instant fruit flush from them. So here's my sunflower. I wish I could show you guys how tall it really is. So, Army girl came to say hi. She's bugging me. All right, guys. Love, peace, and hair grease.